There has definitely been a shift in the real estate market in Northern Virginia. So in this video, what I'm going to do is to let you know what that exactly means. I'm finding a lot of my newer clients, especially who weren't around 3-6 months ago, are asking, well, what is this shift? So what I'm going to do is cover 9 points on what we're seeing here in Northern Virginia. So stay tuned. The first thing we're going to look at is buyer demand. There has been a decrease in number of buyers out there looking for homes. This is probably due to increased interest rates and again, inflation. People don't want to spend. They're not excited about taking advantage of those great mortgage rates. All of those affect buyer demand, and that is definitely what we're seeing. Less people going to open houses, less showings. All of these are reflected and are being experienced by agents right now. The second one is days on market. Now, days on market has actually gone up, which means it's taking longer for a house to get a contract written on it for a sale. So maybe 6 months ago, one neighborhood homes were being sold within 4 days. They were under contract. Now that's up to 12, 14 days. We're definitely seeing that change. The other factor to look at is number of offers. And again, agents are saying that they're not getting as many offers on their homes that they were a couple months ago. So maybe in the past, there would be 3-4 offers. You could negotiate a better contract for your seller. Now you maybe have one contract after a week, after 2 weeks. And so you're more apt to negotiate with that buyer to see that contract get ratified and take the house off the market. There has also been an increase in the number of price drops. Now, what is this? So a house goes on the market for $500,000. After 2 weeks, that house, the price gets dropped $480, $485. We're seeing more of that happen as sellers are getting nervous. They're not getting enough showings. They're not getting enough offers on their home. So that's when you're going to see that price drop. Again, this is a shift from what was traditionally happening. Contingencies are on an increase. So again, before, a lot of homes would be sold voiding home inspection. We don't need appraisals. We'll fill in the gap between what the appraiser values the property at and what we're saying we're going to pay you. All of those are now coming back. So financing contingency is contingent on whether I can get financing from this lender. The sale is contingent on a home inspection. I want a full home inspection and I am going to negotiate with you to see if you will fix some of these items. So contingencies are again on an increase on some properties. Don't assume this is across the board. When a home is in great condition, great location, again, more competition, and so you will have to still try to do something to make your offer more competitive with the other person, okay? Another thing to look at is the sold price versus the original list price. Again, home sales are strong in Northern Virginia, but that percentage over the asking price has decreased. So in the past, you selling your house for $500,000, you would actually close on that house at maybe $530,000, $560,000. It's a greater percentage over the list price. Now we're seeing still over the list price. It's still in favor of the sellers because the inventory is so low. So they're offering $500,000, but instead of going all the way up to $530,000, they're maybe closing at $505,000, $510,000. So that ratio is decreasing. So that's another thing to look at. So there are only about 3 other points left. And before I forget, I wanted to know, what do you think of these videos? Do you find it informative and what you'd change? Please comment, please like, please share the videos. I really appreciate that. Appraisal values. So I brought this up because what we're seeing happening more and more, appraisers are being more conservative on the value that they're placing on the homes based on the market value. So appraisers do their work a lot with the actual construction, the amenities, the upgrades, all of those things, those remain constant. What changes and appraisers do take into consideration is the market condition. Whereas in the past, appraisers 6 months ago are saying, all these prices are going up, so we have to give a little bit more credit to this home value because of what's happening in this neighborhood. Appraisers are becoming a little more conservative. They know the shift is here, and so they're maybe just going to look at the values within the last couple months versus 6 months ago. So that's something to take into consideration and to take note of, because this affects the appraisal value that's going to come up on your home. Okay. Another thing that's going up is homes that are back on the market. So a home is put up for sale, it goes under contract, and all of a sudden you see it back on the market, active again. So what happened? Again, because there are more contingencies possibly, financing doesn't work out for the buyer and they have to void the contract. Or they decide, you know what, this is not the right area for me. I saw another one come up. Maybe I'll go there instead. Let me void this contract based on the HOA docs. I don't like the community that it's in. So when this happens a lot, it could be many different factors, but we're definitely seeing more homes being put back on the market after a contract does not work out for both parties. The last point, the most important point, I think, is the sale price. So in terms of the value of homes in Northern Virginia, what are we seeing? And I want to keep watching this. For now, sales prices are continuing to go up in Northern Virginia. It's still an area where if you bought your home last year, it's valued more this year. That's continuing to happen. However, we are seeing some changes month to month, little fluctuations. And so, again, this is something to look at. However, generally, on a whole, the sales price, the value of homes in Northern Virginia is still increasing. And I think that's very important and that's very encouraging for anyone either trying to move into this area or who already have homes in this area and are possibly thinking of selling now or in the future. The area is strong. The market is strong in Northern Virginia. So I'll leave you with that. Please, if you have any questions, reach out. Until next time, please stay safe.